good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work. Hello there everybody, it is a rainy, wet, blustery afternoon stroke evening in Sussex in the UK. Hello Lee Betts, hello Marcus, hello Jamie, hello Paul, everyone else who's joining on the Zwift Run channel live for this ZLDR recovery hour. Sorry, the ZLDR recovery hour, for goodness sake. We've got 20 runners in the event. We're all wearing our ZLDR tops, and I am on wet shoes because I've been playing football outside with my son. Also watching the football. And so we're watching Spain against Germany. Tina says it's pouring there. She's just had to dry the dog off after a walk. So I've been playing kickabout in the garden with my son, but we were both wearing waterproof coats. But my feet are wet now. Happy Friday, Megan. Walt Huddle's in the run as well. Kevin DeLuca. Happy birthday for the other day, Kevin. Geneva Samples is running in carbon-plated shoes today. We are doing 1 hour around the run path. Everyone's asking Geneva Samples what kind of carbon-plated shoe she's wearing. Tina says, I hope it didn't get muddy on that real grass of yours. Well, exactly, you see. If we had real grass, I would have got all muddy. It would have churned up the lawn. As it is, beautiful lawn, no mud, still looks great, and I'm not muddy. Perfect, you see, that's why we got the fake grass. Hello, Anthony. Paul's asking Tina how her legs are. I don't think Tina's in the run tonight. Anthony says, did I miss a couple of months? Because it feels like it's autumn. It's chucking it down. Yeah, it's not great, is it? It's supposed to be thunderstorms tomorrow, I think, or Sunday. We've on the app it says thunderstorms. I have the Saucony Endorphin Elite, and they are my favourite fast running shoe. Laurie is on her bike on Zwift. Hello, Laurie. Oh, I love trampolines. I must admit, I am a fan of very highly cushioned shoes. Paul Hayward says, Tina, you deserve a rest. So we are 5 minutes in. We've done 600 metres. I'm going to have that problem again tonight with my chest strap. I'm not a fan of this. I've got problems with my heart rate strap, which quite often now is rubbing quite badly on my chest. Very irritating. If it gets too much today, I might actually take the chest strap off because I don't like it at all. Oh no! I've got a ride on from Mike, who in brackets says no treadmill now. That is really unfortunate. Marcus Holmes is taking it nice and easy, having a little stroll at the back there. Anthony says, do you put sand on the grass, Stephen? Stops the ball bouncing high. I remember when we got the grass fitted, there was sand. They put sand on it, but we haven't put sand on since then. So I imagine most of it has washed away. So yeah, we could put sand on again. I have actually thought about that before. Oh yes, of course, all the sand will have gone because I vacuumed the lawn not long ago. Megan Cook says, I'm a weirdo. I only run in carbons now. Wow. Laurie has a polar armband heart rate sensor. I found it to be very accurate and no chafing. Yeah, I've never fancied an armband, Laurie. I always wonder whether they'd slip down. I assume they don't. 1 kilometre done. We're going at 9 kph. So we will finish this run on 9 kilometres this evening. So 8 to go. We've done 7.5 minutes of running. Nice and comfortable. Yes, there is some research that carbon-plated shoes below 4 minutes per kilometre make little difference. Maybe it's not 4, maybe it's 4.5 minutes. Yeah, Tina says she has an armband, or had an armband,
and it slid down when it got really sweaty. Laurie says, I wear it on my upper arm and it's never slid down, but also doesn't feel tight. Well, that is good. Paul Hayward says, I save my carbons for when I want to go for it. Yes. And I think I used to do that as well. But quite recently, I have felt very slow. And so I started wearing my carbon plated shoes to make me feel a bit faster, even though I was slow. But in general, I agree, Paul. I would wear my carbon plated shoes for racing and then normal shoes for training. But I think it might well become the norm that most running shoes are just made with, you know, eventually most running shoes will be made with either a carbon plate or a plastic plate in them. So you'll find it hard to find shoes that don't. And nearly 40 minutes gone in the Spain-Germany game. It's still 0-0 if anybody's interested. So yeah, as you might imagine, because it's wet and windy outside, the humidity is quite high, 62% humidity inside shed quarters today, 22 degrees in here. I don't know, Anthony. Anthony says shoes will cost an arm and a leg then to buy in that case. I think, you know, like anything, prices will eventually come down to normal levels. Or, like petrol, we'll just get used to the price being that high. For a you know, it'll be like £200 is what you normally pay for shoes. And in 5 or 10 years' time, that'll be perfectly normal. Do you remember years ago when there was a massive hoo-ha because petrol prices were going to go over £1 for a gallon, £1 a gallon? And it was like there was queues everywhere for, you know, boycotts and all sorts. Now, of course, you know, 150 is, and that's perfectly normal, you know. So I've got Paul Hayward running with me. Phil Brailsford is just there as well. Can't see Marcus, but I imagine he's still lurking around somewhere. He's not popped in on the chat yet. Kevin DeLuca is about a minute ahead. They're going at 10 kph. Wow. Per litre, yes, not per gallon, sorry, yes. You're right, I'm thinking. And that's the other annoying thing about cars, isn't it? We measure how far we go in gallons, but we measure how much we spend on petrol in litres. 30 miles to the gallon, 60 miles to the gallon, whatever it might be. And then £1.50 per litre. 2 kilometres up. We are due to have thunderstorms tomorrow in the UK. So what do we all have planned for tomorrow and the weekend? I will be doing parkrun again, as always, but we're going to do a bit of parkrun tourism tomorrow. Although I haven't decided exactly where I'm going to go. Might go to Uckfield. That's a bit of a hilly one. So yeah, might go to Uckfield. And then in the afternoon, it's going to be more running. I'm going to take my daughter for a track session tomorrow afternoon. And then we'll be watching the England football game in the evening. Paul Hayward starts summer holidays tomorrow. You've started them now, haven't you? This is the start of your summer holiday right now, Paul. I'd like to be big in Japan. Tina says, I'll be doing very little if it doesn't dry up. I don't like the wet. Come on, get your rainproof jacket on and get out there. Leebet says, my plan is 10 miles tomorrow. And then we're going to a wedding. Very nice. Anthony says, I hope you don't make your daughter chuck up again. Well, she didn't throw up on the track session. She only threw up a couple of weeks ago. Or 3 weeks ago now in parkrun. And yeah, no, I hope that won't happen again. Or at least it won't happen again because of my fault. Anyway, it was my fault, I think, last time, because we got carried away and I pushed a bit too hard. She doesn't throw up very often when she's running. She does have her mother's competitive edge, that's true. Kevin, what time are you going to aim for at the Olympics? Exclamation mark. Question mark. So it looks like Spain and Germany are going to finish the first half 0-0. Tina says, I've not done parkrun for weeks. I'm not feeling the 9 a.m. start. Not going for a personal best, just enjoy the atmosphere. I would have thought in the summer it's easier to get up early. I'm becoming quite an early bird. I'm often awake at 5:30 in the morning these days, kind of thinking about getting up by 6. I mean, for me, that's early. Geneva. For Kevin, anything over 3 hours is easy. He is a monster. Megan will crush any time. Yes, Paolo. L, hello. It says, what treadmill pace do you start hurting? Well, it depends how long I run that pace for. So, if I do, let's say I do a 5k, then 15 kilometers per hour will hurt. If I do 1 mile, 17 kilometers an hour will hurt. If I do a marathon, 13 and a half, 14 kilometers an hour will hurt. And also, of course, it depends how fit I am. At the moment, probably a 5k at 15 would definitely hurt, and a marathon at 13 would definitely hurt. Well, then, Paolo, you are a superstar. I think for normal people, anything under 4 hours is a decent marathon time. So yes, L, it depends how fast you are going, it depends how far you're going and how fit you are, or how fit I am, as to what will hurt for me. "100% of me ran the marathon." Imagine leaving 99% of yourself behind. Victoria says, happy weekend, everybody. So we're popping along quite nicely at heart rate 110 beats per minute. At 9 kilometers an hour, so nice comfortable run. Yes, isn't it true that some flowers are 99% human in terms of DNA? There's something like that, isn't it? There's some like plants or something that have 99% the DNA of a human. Something like that. I'm gonna look that up. There it is. I'm going to look it up. Yeah, Maria says you share 50% of your DNA with a banana. Isn't it true that humans share their DNA with plants up to 90%? Okay, so ChatGPT has come up with the same thing that Maria said. Humans share 50 to 60% of their DNA with bananas, which is often cited as an example. Tina says, are you hallucinating? Why? What have I done? Okay, Elle says, I'm a new runner just doing 2k blocks at 650 pace. Heart rate is 145 and starts hurting. Can keep zone 2 on a bike but not running. Yeah, and as Tina says, it's just about consistency, Elle. Laurie says, Elle, I also struggle with high heart rate running than cycling at the same effort. Yeah, that is true. You can keep a lower heart rate while cycling. That's the same for me. But for running, you just need to keep doing intervals. So run and then walk. So run a little bit and then walk a little bit to recover, then run a little bit more and then walk a little bit to recover. And what you can do is you can then reduce the rest time. So you might run for 2 minutes and then walk for 1 minute. And then over time, you keep running at the same speed for 2 minutes, but you reduce the rest time to 30 seconds, for example. And then, go on long runs. For you, a long run might be 5k, it might be 10k, where you just walk for a little bit. You run, and then if you see your heart rate going too high, you walk for a little bit. But as Tina says, it is all about consistency. Anthony says, I know some humans who share their DNA with plants, mainly cactus. They are prickly. Yeah. And Victoria says, Jeffing, run, walk can help heart rate lower, gradually build up stamina. Yeah, all that. I stand by my plant analogy because bananas come from plants. Okay, Elle, so just keep running nice and slowly outside. And try and get as long as you can, Try 5k and then try 10k, then try 10 miles, then try a half marathon eventually, you know. Just slowly work up. And there's no harm in walking. Do like Victoria says. Do what's called jeffing, where you do running and then walking. But also do faster sessions. So do some speed sessions where you run fast for a minute and then rest for a minute. Run fast for a minute, then rest for a minute. Those are good as well for bringing your heart rate down. It's all, I mean, any running consistently will bring your heart rate down, will bring your resting heart rate down, and will bring your heart rate zones down, so that eventually you can just continuously run with a nice low heart rate. And the more you do it, that continuous run will be faster with the same low heart rate. Right, we're over halfway in now. It's 6 o'clock in the evening. We've done 4.5k. We've got 4.5k to go. And the second half is about to start between Germany and Spain. Still 0-0 at half time. %65% humidity, still 22 degrees in here. I am sweating, it is very warm, it feels very close. In fact, I might stop and have a drink of milk. Got a little glass of milk beside me. I really think France will destroy Portugal. Walt Huddle, yeah. I do like milk. Can't beat ice cold, full fat milk, Walt. Tina says, any excuse to stop. Yes, I try and avoid too many cookies, but I do tend to live off milk. It's not ideal in terms of weight management. Which is probably why I run so much. Leafon is back on. Hello, Leafon. Asking about the Audi again. Yeah, I think it does stand for time trial, Leafon, yes. Tina says chocolate milk is my preferred post-run drink. I have about 5 different vests, Kevin. Megan says, stay hydrated, but no wine. Guinness? Question mark. Yeah, full of protein, chocolate milk, says Anthony. Paul Hayward, plant-based milk for me to go with the 99%. Yeah, do you know what, Paul? There's part of me wishes I was vegan. There are so many things about veganism that I aspire to and that I like. But I have to admit that I just can't break. I haven't found a plant-based milk alternative that I like enough to oust milk. I do quite like oat milk, but and also in terms of cost as well. So we need to find a plant-based milk which tastes as good as the real thing. I tell you what we do use is plant-based butter. We now buy vegan butter because I find it to be as good as real butter. It tastes just as good as real butter. Anthony says, isn't cow's milk plant-based? Well, I guess in a manner of speaking, yes, it is. I like it. Very good point, Anthony. Spain are really pushing Germany now. So I think Spain really are the team who should win this. But at the moment, it's still 0-0. I guess in terms of milk, Anthony, it's all about the treatment of cows and the grazing land. The amount of land that's used for grazing cattle and forest deforestation and all that kind of stuff. The general treatment of cows and all that kind of woke stuff that I like. Which I try not to go on about too much because I know it's an emotive subject. But I can't say anything. I can't argue it because I live off milk. So what am I? Just ignore me. Ignore me. Victoria says, Stephen, you would be a rubbish vegan. You never like the plant-based smoothies I make. Yeah, because I think you make them out of soil. They taste it. Those green ones that you make, then you make them from broccoli and avocado and lettuce. There's nothing sweet or tasty about them. They just taste of the land. Was that too harsh? I mean, I love you. I love you and everything, but those green shakes you make can go and jump in a lake. Right, Victoria says I've never put broccoli in a smoothie. I bet you have. You have, and Brussels sprouts as well. Broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and parsnips. Right, 20 minutes to go of the ZLDR recovery hour. We are having a nice, relaxed, easy run. Heart rate is 117 beats per minute. So we are at the low end of zone 2, in top end of zone 1 even. Right, Victoria says I'm thinking of soup. Maybe. I don't know. No, because the soup you make actually is quite nice. I don't usually like squashes, but the squash soup that you make is quite tasty. Spain have scored. 51 minutes gone in the football and Spain are in the lead. Beautiful goal, but it was coming. So Spain 1, Germany 0. Anthony and Leifon are now having a discussion about freight trains, which I know nothing about. I've been avoiding the conversation because I know nothing about freight trains. Tina, can't you feel his pain? Aren't you like emotionally linked together? When he cries, doesn't part of you cry as well? I thought that was what Sabina was all about. It's like a, what's the word? Telepathic link between you. Right, me and Paul Hayward are still together. Kevin DeLuca is 3.5 minutes up. Olsen is 3.5 minutes up. Walt Huddle is at 7.1 kilometres. Well done, Walt. Megan is at 8 kilometres. So Walt is going to hit 10k by the end of the run. 15 minutes left. We will hit 9k by the end of the run. Oh no! Tina says, not nowadays. We've split up. He's too lazy to run. What is going on with Sebastian? Because he hasn't run for a while, has he? What's the matter with him? Anthony says sprout stew might speed Stephen up. I'm not going to take that any further. Yeah, well, yeah, to the toilet, yeah. The problem is I wouldn't know when it was coming and I'd just fly off the front of the treadmill, wouldn't I? I'd have to learn how to time it so that I could use it as a burst of speed when I needed it most. Paul says Spain-Portugal would be a good semi-final. It would, but I don't think they're going to manage it. France are going to beat Portugal. Portugal, they're not that great, and Ronaldo's bringing them down these days. Now, you know, at the beginning of the run, I said that my heart rate strap was going to annoy me. I've actually forgotten about it, and it doesn't seem to be irritating me today, which is very strange. It just seems to be sitting quite comfortably on my chest, but sometimes it really rubs. Leaf on, he's just got old. He's too old now, that's all. He's too old, but he thinks that he's still the boss. So he's taking all the free kicks. He's trying to boss the midfield, and it's not working. Okay, we've hit 7 kilometres. Heart rate's still around about 117 beats per minute. With 12 minutes to go. Not too dissimilar, Kevin. I think Kane still has some years left. Ronaldo needs to bow out gracefully. If he keeps taking the free kicks for Portugal, they will be beaten. Yes, I agree with that, Kevin. More of a team spirit from Kane. Yeah, Ronaldo's definitely for himself, isn't he? I can. Yeah. Paul Haywood says, Ronaldo can't stay 35 forever. Anthony says, Stephen can though, Paul. I will remain 35 for a lot more years yet. In fact, I may even start getting younger. So we have 1 mile to go here, 10 minutes remaining of the ZLDR recovery hour. Anthony says, I've already started reducing my age. Very good. Benjamin Button, do you remember that film? So this is the last live stream of the week. Parkrun tomorrow morning, track session tomorrow afternoon, football tomorrow evening, lazy day on Sunday, or possibly a long run if I can drag myself out of bed. And then we'll be back on the treadmill on Monday for the Monday community run. Hope to see you all there, 6:30 in the evening UK time. Megan, it's been wonderful to have somebody sensible leading the run this evening. Well, you're better than that other guy who stands in sometimes. What's his name? Kevin. Right, Anthony's Garmin says he's only 59. Tina's Garmin says she's 51. I can't remember what my Garmin tells me I am. I think it's 35. Riding? Question mark. I didn't know they had cycling on this app now. Tina says, your answer to everything is 35. I tell you what, I wish my 400 metre time was 35. I wish my 10k time was 35 as well. But it's not quite true that my answer to everything is 35 because the meaning of life is 42. And we should all know that. Yes, I have an answer. But you're not going to like it. Oh, go on, tell us. What is it? What's the meaning of life and everything? I'm really quite sure you're not going to like it. Just tell us. All right then, as long as you're sure. I'm sure you all... Oh yes, Tina, of course. I was going to say, I'm sure you all know what that's from. Kevin says it's not great to take drugs, Stephen. It's not drugs, Kevin. It's Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Okay, look, we're coming to the end here. 600 metres to go. 3.5 minutes. Rounding the lighthouse. And over the sea. And we will be finishing the ZLDR recovery hour back on Monday for the community run at 6:30 p.m. UK time. You are a sucker for punishment, Megan. Good luck to France in the football later. I think they should bring Thierry Henry back. Have a great weekend, everybody. Tina says, have a brilliant weekend, everyone. See you for more fun next week. Victoria says, happy weekend all. Anthony says, have a good weekend, everyone. Stay safe. Lee says, happy weekend, Victoria. Anthony says, Victoria, I think you should start Stephen's vegan diet tonight. Right, now let me just point this out. Actually, no, Victoria, listen. I was all for trying out veganism, and it was Victoria who tried vegetarianism and said that she didn't feel very well. I'm not having that. I'm not blaming it on me. If it was up to me, we would buy a lot less meat in our house. So I'm quite happy to start the vegan diet tonight, as long as I can have milk. But, because as Anthony pointed out, that is plant-based. Tina says, sprouts it is then, Stephen. Laurie says, have a good weekend, whatever you're doing. Thank you, Laurie. And you, appreciate your stopping by. Appreciate everybody popping in for a Friday evening run. Well done if you took part. Thank you, Paul, for running with me. Well done, Kevin. Well done, Megan, for leading. Thanks for joining in Walt Huddle as well. Appreciate you stopping by the live stream. Lee Betts, Victoria, Anthony, Tina, and everyone else. Lee Fawn and Elle, who was chatting to us earlier, new runner. Thanks, guys, for stopping by. That is it for today. And that is it for this week. We'll be back next week with the Monday community run. Keep an eye on the Zwift.run website, Zwift.run, to keep up to speed with everything that we are doing on the channel. Oh look, I've immediately turned around and started going the other way. And if you want a Film My Run top like that, then just join in one of our runs next week. The Film My Run 500. Oh yeah, change next week. There will be no Film My Run 500 on Tuesday mornings anymore. Well, the Film My Run 500 will happen, but I won't be leading it. I will be leading the Film My Run 500 at 6 p.m. Tuesday evenings from now on. Most of the time. Sometimes I'll go out with the club, but most of the time I'll be leading the Film My Run 500 6 p.m. every Tuesday evening. Bombay Bad Boy for dinner. Pot noodles are vegetarian. That sounds like a good shout, Victoria. Surely baked beans are plant-based, says Anthony. Paul, great run, Stephen. Good that we made the effort. Yes, absolutely. Very pleased that we made the effort. Thank you, Paul. 22.3 degrees in here, 66% humidity, but a bit of a breeze coming in from the open doors behind me. I'm going to go for a shower and then sit down and watch the rest of the football. Take care, everyone. Have a great weekend, and appreciate you joining me again. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.